Hello and welcome back to another ultra exciting, beyond excitement episode of... It's not called... I don't call them episodes. It's Eaglemoss. It's Eaglemoss stuff, isn't it? Right, I'm doing... This is for Ragnarok special. Bear with me. It's big. It's huge. It's frankly too big. I should be using my other arm, but I've committed to this now. Right, you ready for this? You're ready. Don't... You're not ready. Steel yourself. Deep breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Okay, now you're ready. A little bit lightheaded. Ready? Boom. Huge. There is a bigger one. We'll get to it in a minute. This is the smaller one. This is Surtur. You know, Surtur, Demon of Fire. Surtur. Look at that. Look at that, mid-size. There's small, there's big, and then there's Surtur right in the middle. Get out of it, Nick. You're done. Alright, little magazine about Surtur specifically, which I feel that is going to be tricky because he's not in the film a lot. He's in it at the start, very briefly. And then in at the end, probably even more briefly. Just leafing through here. Doesn't appear to be super Surtur related. Oh, there's extra stuff you can buy. A binder. Don't want that. Pop that to the side for now. Let's get a look at him. How do we open this? It's not. I think it's going to be. It's not taped to anyway. Just. There we go. Alright, step one. Is it authentic? Certificate of authenticity. This is where all the money is. You know, that worthless, but throw this bad boy in, suddenly gets that. Actually, look, it says here, hand painted. Look forward to that. This is number 2254 of the 10 million made. Pop that to the side there. If anyone wants to copy that for whatever nefarious purposes, it wouldn't be hard to copy that. It's not like there's any copy protection on it of any kind. And I don't think that number pertains to anything. Right now, be incredibly careful. I've been callous in the past, uncautious, uncaring. These are delicate now, I've learned. You have to gently... No, more gentle. Okay. Like you're cradling a baby with a suicide vest. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, right. He's got a sword. Somehow... Up until this point, I hadn't noticed the sword at all. Right. Okay, so the thing about Surtur is, he's a being that is kind of on fire, but like embers of a fire, not like full on fire. Which means he's a combination of black and red, and very hard to visualize statically. Like he's kind of always in motion. But this ain't bad. It's quite a good height. He's noticeably tall. There's no more to say than that. The sword is wonky. Like it is actually wonky. It doesn't go. Oh, got a little bit of movement to it. It's not straight. I don't know in the film if it was straight, but I feel like it should be straight. That's a minor thing. The tip of the sword is yellow. Is the tip of the sword yellow? I can't recall. Will seeing this in here help me figure out if the tip of the sword was yellow? Short answer, no. Long answer, no. No. Not much more to say about that than it's a sword. He swings it around at the end of the film. It's quite impressive. The sculpt's not bad. The hand Oh, he's got claws. Okay, it's kind of all right. He's got thing is, he's got like quite long fingers, and then at the end of his fingers, he's got like long fingernails / claws, and it makes it look like he's got another joint. But actually, I think it's okay. Really, the thing with Surtur is it's all in the head, isn't it? And I'll say they got the horns. I think it's technically a crown. That's pretty good. In fact, I'm pretty sure there was a whole thing in the film about whether or not it's a crown or a skull or part of him or not. The lacking part is the eyes. The eyes need to pop more, and it looks to me like this was like an all-white figurine that they painted the red and black on, and the eyes they just left. I don't know how they could make the eyes pop more, if they could put like some sort of radioactive matter in there. But that's what they could use for that. Now I'm just going to focus on the crotch very briefly. Okay, and now the buttocks. Okay, he doesn't have the best arse. Not much more to say about that. It's not bad. The trouble is, this is one of those awkward things where, in gymnastics terms, execution is great, but it's not a hard routine, so you ain't going to get many points. That's the sum of my gymnastics knowledge. There's some weirdness to the base. Like there's a symbol on the base, and it looks. Oh, it's Thor's hammer. I've just realised what it is. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but that's Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. But it's not like centered in any way. It's just sort of, it's there. In fact, so that's the front. It kind of is looking forward. I'll allow it. All right. Okay, that was the amuse-bouche. That was the warm-up. That was the starter. It was a little bit spicy. Here's the main course. Okay. It's quite large. Actual size, 370 millimeters. Here I am. Okay, here we go. This is Gladiator Hulk. You know, that big, super cool moment in the film where Hulk comes out, and if they hadn't spoiled it in the trailer, it would be really exciting because you're like, who's it going to be? If it's in the comics, I guess it could be. Well, it's not really a World War Hulk thing, so it could be anyone. Beta Ray Bill, maybe my namesake, who, you know, suddenly my stock goes up or down. I can't really tell when he becomes into a Marvel thing. It will happen one day. How am I going to get this out? I haven't really planned this. There's not really much to the box. Every side is just him. I may have to stand. The only trouble is, because we're like a year into lockdown at this point, I don't even own trousers anymore. They went. They're gone. They're not coming back. Right. Let's pop Surtur out of the way for a minute. He can return soon. Here's what I'm going to do. Put it back on the ground. Back it goes. I'm going to attempt to pick this up out of the box. It's kind of working. Okay, all right. That was quite a lot. Wasn't really ready for that. Okay, all right. I got the stuff out. Now to very, very delicately slice him out of this polystyrene, because if you're not careful with polystyrene, that's it. Your life is over. Your life is cleaning up polystyrene. Never give it to kids. Rub 2 bits of polystyrene together and you can make infinite mess. And then what do you do with it? It lasts for 1 billion years. Why did we cut along this side? Remember that bit in The Simpsons where they get the yearbooks out and Lisa, I think it's Lisa, cuts open the box with the box cutter or Stanley knife, and she just slices through the top layer of books. It's all I can think about when I'm opening stuff like this. Like you want to just slice through it with a knife as much as you can, but equally you don't want to damage anything, and you don't know what the limitations are. This is very old school box design as well. I'm used to like more modern boxes where opening them is a joy. Okay, easy now, easy. All right. Oh, some assembly required. This wasn't part of the deal. That, you could destroy someone with that. Note, it's got Mjolnir on it. Probably doesn't show up on camera, but it is there. And it's a much, much, much worse version than on the Surtur stand. Alright, come on. Okay, alright, do I need the instructions or can I wing it? I think I'm willing to wing it. Okay. Oh god, his hands come off. I keep doing this. Just pop that there. I'm now fully pinned in here and I can't leave. Okay, I half joked about the no instructions thing, but now I could kind of use your body, Ben. Thumb goes this way. Oh god! The way he's holding this, is that possible? He's holding it like that. That's crazy. I think so. It must go in like that. This is not a slot that really works. So he's like that. So it's going to be roughly like that. I know I could look at the picture. I might have to. Picture doesn't help. It goes behind his head, so he's actually holding it like that. I was entirely wrong. It doesn't go in. That's the thing. It's just sort of. There's no guides. I think that's it. Well, that was not great. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, alright, here we go. Gladiator Hulk. Eaglemoss Limited proudly presents your skillfully crafted, hand-painted, limited edition and life-size Gladiator Hulk? Life-size Gladiator Hulk figurine. Okay, hand-painted, fine. Limited edition, fine. Skillfully crafted, okay, I couldn't do it. Life-size? I don't think that's life size. Scale maybe? No. Life size Gladiator Hulk figurine. One of only 3,000 available worldwide. This is number 98, which is nothing, is it? Just got that. That's nice. Little booklet. I'm just going to leaf through this, because if any of this is the same as in the Surtur one, I'm going to be annoyed. Okay. Doesn't appear to be the case. I will allow this. This one actually seems to be quite a bit more actual Hulk focused. Okay. And there's a picture here telling me if I fucked it up or not. Not really. Also, I want to point out this hammer is very heavy, to the point where I was thinking they might have had it in such a sculpt or fashion where its weight was more supported, but it's actually it's putting a lot of weight on the pivot there. Let's actually have a good look at him. So the first thing I noticed when I took this out of the box, the absolute first thing I noticed, right, and this is very minor, but now I can't get it out of my head, is his toenails. They're green, right, but they look like they've been painted green, which obviously they have because it's hand painted, but real nails, they don't have any colour, you just see through them. So under mine, they look pink because that's the colour of my skin. Under his, they should look green, but because there's no skin under the nails and they're not real nails and they're painted, it just looks like his nails have been painted, which okay, fair enough. He's a gladiator. Someone's painted, like, skin painted him as well. So, okay. But there's something very funny about the idea that Hulk has, you know, a team of people come in to paint his fingernails and his toenails. Because it's the same on both. I need a Lazy Susan. I gotta say, this is really nice. I've had a few of the bigger ones now. This is the best one. It's not even hard to say that. It's, to use the gymnastics analogy again, it's a great figure. I don't know why, as I said figure, it looked like I was grabbing his ass. I was actually grabbing his skirt to look at his ass. Yeah, it's just a great look. It's got, the two weapons are awesome. They're huge as well. Like, a lot of times the scale of weapons, if they go for realistic, it will be too small. But in this case, like, they're huge. They look great as well. They're pretty solid looking, slightly metallic finish. That's great. The paint job, I'm looking at it. It looks pretty good overall, to be honest. It's a bit handy because, like, all the armor he wears, it's not pristine. So if it appears to be scratched and weather worn, that's fine. Benefit of the choices there. There's a few little embellishments of metalwork in the leather that don't look great. The belt buckle in particular, you can see where the brown, it doesn't look great on closer inspection. From a distance, it looks fine. There's a slight issue with the back of this leather skirt here, where this section doesn't quite sit in properly. It looks like it's removable. I now feel obligated to grab this lesser Hulk for comparison purposes. The only risk is it's been sat here a while and God only knows how many spiders are living in it. Surprisingly, only 2. Cut that down to 1. Okay, all right, there we go. Go next to each other. Actually, looking at them, they're about the same height. This one does look shorter, but that's because he's kind of hunched over. If he was stood up as straight as this one, that would be about the same. And you got to remember, with the Hulk, is, like, technically speaking, when he has different personalities of Hulk, he is physically different. I feel like this is the more rage Hulk, and therefore should be shorter and more monstrous. This is the smarter kind of world breaker Hulk. So, you know, taller, a little bit paler, is fine. It looks really good. The base isn't great. This one, I'm now seeing, it's got the Avengers base. That's a proper base. Like, it's really nicely sculpted. It looks good. They've gone for Mjolnir here, which it looks a shoddier design. I'm trying to think what they could have had instead, and I'm drawing a blank in terms of Asgardian symbols or Hulk symbols or anything like that. They didn't technically need anything, but now looking at this base for the Avengers one, it is just better. I don't really know if you can see that, but it's there. Oh, this is just really nice. It should be. I imagine it costs a fortune. Do I have a price tag? I don't have a price. Does it say on here? No, it doesn't. Maybe on the inside cover. Nope, not at all. Okay. But actually worth it. Thanos one, just look, it's in the distance. I can just see it. I can vaguely remember it. I remember that one didn't sit well, but he had the gauntlet, didn't he? Again, not quite as good. This one's just got more going on. This is the best of the Eaglemoss stuff I've had. My former top contender for that was M'Baku, who, when you look at him, he is still really good actually. Like the amount of texture work there, compared to handless Nick Fury, don't even bear thinking about. I can't really say anything wrong about this, to be honest. Other than the hand that wasn't attached. Doesn't look like it's going to come out in a hurry, actually. In fact, and on closer inspection, the green paint of his hands is coming off on the handle of the hammer. No issue with the axe, though. I can only assume, because they're sold in separate parts, like, you know, the main guy was the one who hand paints the body, and it's like, give the apprentice, give the new guy, you know, Simple Joe, he can do the hammer hands, because, you know, if he messes that up, it's not like a whole thing gone, it's just one hand. We can keep it for spares. Yeah. God, the face work is... It's really good. The fact that they've given him an open mouth and yelling looks great. The only thing is, this is the only thing, if I imagine this head without wearing the helmet, the Hulk's brow is like here. It's like sort of way forward. Like his face is really pushed back, and I think that's... I'm gonna assume that's a byproduct of having the helmet on, and the way the helmet looks. Which the helmet is really cool. To even attempt to do like one of these sort of brushed Centurion helmet things, like that's not easy. God damn, Thor Ragnarok was a good film, wasn't it? I could go and watch that. Probably the best Marvel film after Infinity War. But yeah, can't get talking about that again. I spent 18 months talking about that. Yes, that was some more Eaglemoss. That was the Ragnarok special. Oh god, the hand's fallen. As is tradition with these things, I'm yet to have arguably any main character from anything. I have still never done such a thing. They're very loose. Just whatever comes up cheap, really. So I'm looking in here, the 4 images they suggest is, look at this part of the hammer, very impressive. The face, fair enough. This pauldron, for some reason, and just that hand, that's what to focus on. They're the key features that they thought were worth sort of screaming and shouting about. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm stuck in here now. I've opened all these boxes and I can't get out.